Run, Roach. Slower.
Stay with us when you're with Grace. I know. But you're yet too weak to embark on a journey. Thank you.
Your grant has love, hate your science.
It's time I went home.
Why does the goddess bring you here?
Brought myself here, seems to me.
You do not worship Freya.
No, but I respect those that do, including her priestesses.
This does you credit, but is meaningless as well. For Freya rewards and punishes those of other faiths and infidels as she does her own. Worship her and it will help, though it will settle nothing. What do you need?
Tell me something about this temple, could you?
It happened once that Freya lost her favorite white cat. She scoured the Isles and finally found him here. Freya's heart filled with joy, and she blessed this place. A temple was then established here.
Didn't know Freya was into cats.
Your ignorance speaks poorly of you. The white cat is the goddess's sacred animal and has deep symbolic significance. This temple is for those who seek Freya's help in finding what they desperately seek. Perhaps even you shall experience her grace. Scorn her not, or have you friends so powerful that you can afford to spurn divine aid?
Mind if I have a look at your wares? Farewell.
You who grant us love, hatred, and strength.
Hey, yeah. That's it, Roach.
Oh, that'll make quick work of the beast.
Can I have a word?
I serve the goddess and her flock. What can I help you with?
What's with the horseshoes?
Those who wish to race in the hero's pursuits, hang them there.
A series of races? Can outsiders sign up, or is this a closed event?
Freya sees no insiders, no outsiders. Any man can pay her tribute by risking his life in the pursuits. Our races differ from those on the continent. We are beholden to one rule alone. First across the line wins. Sometimes he's the swiftest, other times it is the one who knocks his opponents off their mounts.
Explains the name. There an entry fee?
Courage. If you do not lack it, hang the horseshoe.
Don't lack courage. Time, though, that's another matter. Still might come back. Take care.
Very names be cursed.
Greetings. Impressive tavern.
Tavern? This ain't no tavern. It's the House of Warriors.
So what do folk do in the House of Warriors? Fight?
At times, one will take the other and give him a good slapping, aye? But mostly, folk come here to drink, eat, warm their bones by the fire, chatter a bit. Maybe listen to a skull bay to the moon.
About what folk do in a tavern.
You continentals don't understand a thing. You need some of our mead. Brewed wisdom it is.
What are you peddling? Let me have a look. Farewell.
Can see from afar you're no magpie ship.
Always did know how to win friends.
I was provoked.
Saw it happen. Wanted to talk to me about something?
Amos Far Ipsis. A specialist on djinns. Heard of him? I found a tome he'd penned in the Emperor's library. Far Ipsis set off for Skellige one day and was never heard from again. I asked some of the local folk. Some here still remember him.
Why are you even interested? Djinns are dangerous sometimes, and malicious all the time.
I remember. But the advantages outweigh the risks. If I can tame a Djinn, I shall gain incredible power. And that could be useful to us one of these days.
You sure this mage actually had a Djinn?
His books strongly suggest he did. He describes taming one, harnessing energy from its power.
Nowhere to look? For the mage and the Djinn?
The locals say they last saw Amos's ship off the coast of Hindisfjall, just before a once-in-an-eon storm broke.
Doubt we'll find them then. Mage is probably fish food, and the Djinn escaped.
Not necessarily. But even if it is so, I'll not give up without seeing some evidence. Will you help me? I've no gold to offer in reward, but I shall be ever so grateful.
Since you put it that way, fine. I'll help you.
Thank you. A boat awaits in the harbor. Come.
See, you've managed to prepare everything already.
I have.
How could you possibly know I'd agree?
I didn't. Decided to risk it.
Faster.
Your very names.
Lead the way.
Just once, you might try to take the initiative.
Would you even let me?
It would depend on the situation.
Last night was...
The ship carrying the Djinn sank somewhere in this area.
Not too precise as leads go.
I'll cast a spell on our boat. We'll know if there are any wrecks on the seafloor below us.
All right, let's get to work.
Mind if I take the helm?
I got a choice.
No. Getting in or not?
Not sure this gin thing's a good idea.
We managed to seize one before. Do you remember?
Of course. The underlion almost lost his voice that time.
How lucky your exorcism saved it. It was poetic.
Yeah, how was I supposed to know that incantation meant to be gone and plow yourself?
You should have studied foreign languages.
I'm gonna keep bringing that up for the rest of my life.
Of course. Your last wish effectively assured it.
My wish was about us being together always, not about you mocking my every mistake.
Careful what you wish for. And when your wish is granted, you must accept it with all attendant circumstances.
Yeah.
And as for your missteps, I don't like to see why I shouldn't laugh if they're amusing. There's something here, on the bottom. It's too deep here. You can't dive that long.
You underestimate me.
On the contrary. After all, I asked you for help. I'll cast a spell. It will slow your heart for a time. You can stay submerged longer. Assad Eich Criday Rithorn. Ready. Careful down there. How's your bath? Water warm enough for you?
How's it going?
Yeah, you know I hate it when you read my mind.
Strictly speaking, I'm not reading your mind, but using telepathy. Besides, you've nothing to hide, right?
Wouldn't admit it if I did. Not the point.
See anything interesting?
A shipwreck and a cavern. I'll look inside. Snapped masts, busted planks, and a whole swarm of drowners. Probably drawn by the corpses of drowned crew that made their nest here. There's also a clan drum and figurehead. Where's you now?
Wherever the leads take us.
Say we find the gin. What do we do? Ask for a beautiful house? In a palace? In a queen's crown?
Are we still talking about the gin? Or have we moved into the cooking fish?
Doesn't much matter. Both make wishes come true. What would yours be?
You learn in due course. Something's here. Another wreck.
Let's see if our gin's down there. Found a wreck. It's been here a while. Woods rotted.
Look around, but be careful. Look for something that might indicate it's the mage's ship.
A man's skeleton. Somebody pinned his skull to the deck with an axe.
A death worthy of a Skelliger.
Clan emblem indicates a Dimon man, so he was from Pharaoh. Got something. A Skelliger's buckler. Clan Hamai symbols. Daughter was a babe in swaddling clothes when this buckler landed here. Yeah, doubt any of these boats were the mages. These are old sunken longships.
We must search elsewhere.
You're getting better at this.
Going quicker if you helped me down there.
I prefer to observe matters from up here. Most definitely.
Yeah, like when we were looking for the golden dragon. Avalanche swept us off the trail. Me clinging to the remains of a bridge for dear life. You in my waist, admiring you. Remember? The chasm below us was breathtaking. Rustling trees, a lazily flowing stream.
I remember. Though I found myself admiring what I had right in front of me. Something strange about those rocks.
There's something on the bottom. Let's see what it is.
See something?
Something doesn't do it justice. A huge crater, as if a meteorite landed here.
I must see it.
Diving in after all?
No, I should cast another spell to see through your eyes. Now relax. I su foltia bedem ein echte illivaid. That is no meteorite crater.
What is it then?
The effect of teleportation. A powerful force cut out a fragment of the seabed, rocks and everything lying within the teleportation zone.
Always claimed portals were dangerous.
I believe we're on the right track. Look for anything that might contain a djinn.
Fine, but get out of my eyes. To
I
transverse
see
cut through
Fulcia
pelvis.
Baden,
Surgical
Ein
precision.
Echte
No
Illivaid.
conventional weapon could do this. Something cut this basket exactly in half. Bet it was cut by the same thing that cut the skeleton. Silver, pearl-encrusted cutlery. Should belong to someone awfully wealthy.
Amos was no pauper. It could very well...
No gin here, but there's something you ought to like.
What?
Half a seal.
That'll do. Come back up.
Only found half. Can you do anything with this?
I can use it to locate the other half, to within a dozen yards.
And once we find that, we should find the gin.
Exactly. Ready? I'll take us there on the count of 3.
Oh, no, not another portal.
Stop whining. 1, 2... Three.
Said you were gonna go on 3.
I did. Look, we must search the area.
Yen, not so fast. Gotta tell me what this is about first. Why do you want this gin?
But you already know. A djinn's power is priceless to a mage.
That I know, but I also want to know how you plan to use it. Wouldn't go to these lengths if it wasn't something important.
You're right. It's important. Even very important. How long has this been going on, Geralt? This thing between us? 15, 20 years? We repeatedly split up, then returned to one another. Something draws us to each other, but I can never be certain if it's a true feeling or merely a bit of mischief by a djinn.
So that's it? This is about my last wish?
You asked that djinn to bind us together forever. I want to ask this one to take that wish back.
Why would you want to do that?
To see what it's like without it. To see if we'll still matter to one another. Or if we'll be like two strangers.
What if I don't want to know?
I'm afraid you no longer have a choice. Come, let's search the ship.
Seems Amos was quite the eccentric, asking the Jinn to lift half his ship to a mountaintop.
He didn't necessarily. Jinns are inherently mischievous. This one might have granted his wish and perverted it in doing so.
In that case, I'd appreciate it if you didn't wish I'd disappear from your life.
I've yet to decide how to word it. We should explore the ship.
Interesting. Wonder what this means. Mystery of mysteries, Agnes of Glanville. Nothing interesting here. Nothing here. Elemental Empires by Giambattista. Nice shoes. Looks like the impact with the mountain was so powerful it popped the wearer right out of them. Mage must have slept here. Wonder what this means. Blood. Someone was dragged across the deck, or left this mark when the ship suddenly tipped to one side. Nothing interesting here. Nothing here. Yen, think you should see this.
What do you have? It's Amos. Looks exactly like the etching in the book. Except his head was intact there.
Think the Jinn did this to him?
No, it wouldn't attack its master. This looks rather like an unfortunate accident. When the storm broke, Amos must have uttered a wish like, "Take us away, anywhere, to a mountaintop, even." And the Jinn granted the wish literally. They had a hard landing. Amos was thrown off his feet and against the wall. The bookcase did the rest.
Always knew too much studying could kill you. If he died while being teleported, Seal might still be on him. Behold.
Bravo! Come to the deck. I've an idea.
Colds preserved the corpse. Died from head trauma. Bookcase cracked his skull. Must have been a hard landing atop this mountain.
Step back a bit.
What are you going to do?
Summon and tame the Jinn. It's not likely to be happy. Stand at the ready.
Came Jin, Rif Kaishta en Gaia, Kaishta et Disblair, Gevired me Castle.
You have a plan.
You must weaken him while I draw him into the sphere.
Care to trade places?
Just a bit more! I can feel his strength waning! You must weaken him while I draw him into the sphere.
Care to trade places?
He's strong! Just a bit more! I can feel his strength waning! Got you! Your master died before uttering his last wish. I cannot capture you. We can struggle like this for eternity, or I can release you. If you do one thing for me. Do you see the spell that binds us? Only a djinn can remove another djinn's spell. Remove this one and you'll be free! You are free!
Storm's over.
Yes. It's all over.
Maybe we should sit. You look a bit dazed.
I'm not, but we can sit.
We've improved. Last time we tamed a djinn, we destroyed half of Rind.
Yes, we make a good team. Thank you for coming, Geralt. I'd have had a much harder time of it on my own.
Well, never could say no to you.
Perhaps that will change now.
Feel anything? That anything's different?
I expected... I don't know what I expected, actually. A bit of vertigo, perhaps. I thought you'd become a stranger to me. That I'd look at you and not feel a thing. But it's not like that at all. Nothing's changed.
Jinn might have cheated us after all.
Why?
Because I don't feel that anything's changed either. I love you, Yen.
And I love you.
Ow, what was that?
It can't be all sweetness and light.
Strange. Done that so many times. But it felt like our first kiss to me.
It was, in a way. Besides, once you say I love you, a kiss has to taste differently.
Maybe we ought to test a few other things. Amos's cabin looked cozy.
Not so fast, Geralt. We'll have plenty of time to visit cozy cabins later. But I doubt the world will end if we sit here a while. My, it's lovely.
Think the spirits of Skellige favor us. Next time we go on horseback.
A horse would never make it down that mountain.
What now?
Well, I'm due to appear in Vizima. I shall scour the palace library for something, anything that might help us determine who or what the creature Skal saw is.
Kaer Morhen's got a pretty rich library.
I shall search that later. Besides, we really should report to the Emperor.
Awfully loyal to your patron.
He happens to be your patron as well, darling. You'd do well to remember that. Otherwise, he might feel compelled to remind you.
Don't have the slightest intention of doing that.
Well, I can't force you.
What happened back there?
Was very nice. Let's not ruin it by hashing out the details. I'll see you again soon.
Take care of yourself.